everyone! Welcome to Souped Up Recipes. Today we are making pan-fried crispy noodles. We call it Liang Mian Huang. Huang means golden brown. Liang Mian means double-sided. So the name describes the look of this dish because the noodles are pan-fried on both sides until golden brown. This is like the crunchy version of Chow Mein that is topped with a saucy vegetable and protein stir-fry. Super delicious. Let's get started. Egg noodle is what we want to use for this recipe. Let me show you some options that you can find on the market. These are Hong Kong-style pan-fried noodles. They also have the Chinese name Liang Mian Huang on the package. It's funny. This dish is popular in Jiangsu, Shanghai, and Hong Kong, but I don't know why they only credit Hong Kong. However, these are halfway cooked already, so you don't need to pre-boil them, just season them by taste and then pan-fry them. The second type is fresh egg noodle, also known as wonton noodles, which you can find in the fridge or frozen section at your local grocery stores, or you can make your own. I do have a recipe for it. I'll link that video in the description. There is also a third option that is much easier to get, dried egg noodles. It comes in a package like this. For both dried and fresh egg noodles, you will have to pre-boil them until they're halfway cooked. For today's filming, I'm going to use the fresh egg noodles. Just put the noodles into boiling water and stir them for 20 seconds. If you are using the dry form, it might take a little bit longer. We don't want to cook them all the way through, so the water doesn't need to come back to a boil. Otherwise, your noodles won't come out crispy. Ready? Take them out and drain them completely. Rinse them with cold water to stop the cooking process. Make sure to shake off the excess water. Season the noodles with half teaspoon of sugar, half tablespoon of soy sauce, half tablespoon of oyster sauce, a drizzle of olive oil so they don't clump up together. Mix it well. This recipe is enough for 2 to 3 people, so you can divide the noodles into however many portions you decide to serve. I'm going to split it in half. Set them aside and we will take care of our proteins. I've got here 140 grams of peeled and deveined shrimp and 140 grams of sea scallop. Use paper towels to absorb any excess moisture. This is important, especially if your seafood is previously frozen. Season them with 1/3 teaspoon of salt, 1/3 teaspoon of paprika, 2 teaspoons of Chinese cooking wine, a drizzle of olive oil, and some black pepper to taste. Mix it well and set it aside for 10 minutes. During this time, we can prepare our vegetables. This is a great opportunity for you to clean out your fridge because you can use whatever vegetables you like. I chose carrot, celery, mushrooms, and snow peas. The only thing you want to be aware of is to cut the vegetables into almost the same size so they can be cooked evenly. Besides that, slice 3 cloves of garlic and ½ inch of ginger thinly. Set them aside and we are ready to cook. I'm going to use my carbon steel wok to cook the noodles. I'm sure a lot of you have had a terrible experience with noodles sticking to the wok. The trick to prevent that is to heat your wok until smoking hot before adding the oil. I do have a Wok 101 video that explains the science, so if you want to know why it works, you should check out that video. When the wok is properly heated, add about 3 tablespoons of oil and toss it around to create a non-stick layer. Now I'm going to change the heat to medium and add the noodles. Don't stir them immediately. Let one side to fry for a minute or 2. At the same time, use chopsticks to fluff the noodles a little bit because we don't want them to be compact into a hard, chewy pancake. We want it to be light and airy. Shake your wok and you will see the non-stick effect. It just slides around. Flip it over to cook the other side. Fluff the noodles again so they don't compact together. Tilt the wok with an angle and keep changing the direction so the noodles can be cooked evenly. At this moment, the noodles are not golden yet. That's okay. You just flip the noodles every 2 to 3 minutes. It'll take about 10 to 12 minutes in total to get them nice and crispy. Okay, I think that looks nice. Take it out. Do you see the center of the noodles is not as crispy as the side? That is because my stove only has one circle of flame. The heat is uneven. It's totally fine for this recipe because we will pour the soupy stir fry right over the center to cover that spot. Next, we will cook our seafood. Turn the heat back on high. Add a little more oil, about ½ tablespoon. Go in with the seafood. As I mentioned, my stove heat is uneven, so I placed them in a ring to avoid that low heat center. Flip them over. If your wok is hot enough, each side only needs 20 seconds. It is best to undercook them because we will cook them again later on. If they are fully cooked now, they will be overcooked when you mix them with the vegetables. Set that aside. The wok looks pretty dry, so I add another teaspoon of oil. Turn the heat on low. Toss in the garlic and ginger slices. Stir for a minute or until they are fragrant. Throw in all the vegetables. Cook them on medium-low heat for a couple of minutes or until they are a bit soft. Season it with 1 tablespoon of soy sauce and 1 tablespoon of oyster sauce. Mix until the flavor is well combined. Pour in 2 cups of water. Bring it to a boil. Give it a taste to adjust the flavor. Mine does need a dash of salt. Turn the heat to low. Introduce the seafood back to the wok, adding some cornstarch water in batches. This is just 2½ tablespoons of water mixed with 2½ tablespoons of cornstarch. Stir it at the same time. Once the soup is thickened up, you are done. Serve this soupy stir-fry on top of the crispy noodles. The idea of this recipe is that some of the noodles will absorb the sauce and become tender and savory while the other part of the noodles stay crispy. That way, you get different textures and depth of flavors. I hope you give this a try soon. If you did, leave me a comment and let me know how it goes. As always, don't forget to check the description where you can find all the links, including the printable recipe, the related videos, the purchase link for special ingredients if you don't know where to buy them, or the tools that I have used in this video. Thank you for watching and I will see you next time. Bye!